Okay, I just want to let everyone know real quick that the Wednesday night training for some reason did not record and render out of GoToMeeting. So I'm going to do a shortened, condensed version of the training. There's a couple of things I want to go over with you. Google Analytics and the new Directions tab that we've placed inside the control panel that will go on your mobile app. So this is Kerry Miller. For all of you that will be watching this that is new, my name is Kerry Miller, and I come live every single Wednesday night from our IAW studios in Northeast Texas. And we have our trainings every Wednesday night, and we always look forward to having you on board Wednesday night at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. If you have not joined our YouTube channel, I recommend you join our YouTube channel. And also like us on Facebook at facebook.com/InstantAppWizard. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into the control panel. I'm just going to go over a couple of things that are new. That way the information can get out there. And hopefully next week we won't have any trouble with the GoToMeeting rendering the video. Okay, the first thing I want to go over is the new directions button that will be generated automatically when you add your mapping information. Just go over when you add your mapping information in the business info and locations, and I'm just going to do that real quick. And you get your information in there, and then you're going to check the address, and it's very important that you check your address. And we're just going to save that information. We're going to add it. Now what's going to happen is now there's two places where you will have information on your front page of your app. Your mapping information will be in the Contact Us section. Okay, there's your address and your map. And it also generates a button, just a Directions tab. The reason we did that is, and I talked about this a couple of weeks ago, some of the most important information you can have on your mobile app for your clients, customers, is directions, contact us information, about us information, and of course your click to call. So you want to make sure that that information is on there. So we actually made it to where it will generate a directions button. Now, if you do not want the directions button on there, this is what you need to do. Go into General Settings. Come over here to Edit on the Directions. Just remove Directions. Click Save. Go back to Preview. And you can see that it automatically takes it off. If you want it back on there, just type in Directions or Map or whatever you want to make the icon. Click Save. Go back to Preview. And the Directions tab comes up. This is just a quick way for your clients, customers, to be able to get immediate information without having to go through the Contact Us button. We had several people ask for this, so we added it. Okay, next I want to talk about Google Analytics. Why you would want Google Analytics and the pros and cons of putting Google Analytics inside of the control panel. A couple of things that you need to understand. Number one, if you put Google Analytics inside this mobile app, okay, and you do it from right here in your control panel, go to General Settings, go to Google Analytics, and I'm going to show you how to get the code and everything in just a moment. If you get that information and you give it to your clients, and they see that information, and if it's not doing exactly what they want it to do, then you may lose your client, okay? That's the con. The pro is if you don't give it to your client and you put it in there so that you can monitor those apps as their consultant, as the professional that sold them this product, you're able to analyze it and see exactly what the app's doing, see how it's going, seeing if they're getting any visitors, help them to tweak their marketing campaign. That way you keep them as a customer. We had much discussion on this on the night of training. Two-edged sword. If you give it to your customers and it's not doing anything for them and they can't see those numbers on when they pull up the analytics, then they will say, well, this doesn't do anything for me. I don't need it. I don't want it. If it's doing a lot of business, then you may want to share that with them. But what this analytics is really for is for you, the person who sold them the app or the one that's managing the company, so that you can see exactly what these mobile apps are doing out there. Wouldn't it be nice to have this data to be able to go into your customers and say, yes, I've got 57 pizza places, and they get 10,000 hits a month or something like that. So it's great information. It's there if you want to use it. If you don't want to use it, you don't need to use it. If you don't put any code in, fine. If you do put the code in, your customers cannot see this data unless you give them the login information for Google. So let's go over here and I'm going to show you how to set this up real quick. The first thing you're going to do is you've got to have a Google account. Okay? And when you set it up, just go into admin, go into profiles. You can add a new profile and set up the new profile. I've already got this set up, so I'm not going to set it up. And once your profile is set up, you can get your tracking information. Right here is your tracking code. Okay? You just copy and paste this and put it inside that little box that I just showed you in your control panel. Now once that's saved, it takes a few minutes for that to activate. So just give it a few minutes, but it will start working, and you'll be able to see. Let me go ahead and pull the data up from the other night. This was just the test that I did. Let's go to reporting. You can see here where the data came in, and this is when I was testing it. 5 visits, 63 page views, and so forth. So this is great data. All right. You can also watch it in real time. Now I'm not live right now. Let me go ahead and bring it up live, and I'll show you what the real-time stats look like. Okay, the instant stats are running, and you can see that right now, and I'm logged in, so you can see right now that I'm inside the site. This is your real-time stats and your real-time overview. You can download the app for analytics onto your smartphone. Analytics is not tough to set up. You just have to understand that you have to set up your Gmail account first. Go over here to admin. You have to add your new profile and get that set up. Then you want to make sure that you go right here to your tracking information. Pull the tracking data, copy and paste that into your analytics section, and you're good to go. And you can start tracking your apps. Now, once again, I want to make sure I make this perfectly clear. Your customers cannot, if you put the data in there, your customers will not see this unless you give them access to this control panel. They cannot see it unless you give them access to the control panel. So if you want to use it as a tool to help them, you can give them the data, or you can come in and you can export these right here. You can export the data into Excel, Google spreadsheets. You can export it as a PDF. Really, there's a million ways to do this that you can take it to your customers. And you're able to go in and show them the data. See right here, I just exported that. But once again, do not take this to them unless the data is good. Work with them and help them to get their data up, and then show them what their efforts are doing. Okay, and with that, I apologize this is so short. We went through the marketing platform over the last week, and but we'll do that again. We're going to do a lot more into that. We're fixing to start getting to more sales. I know some people are looking on what techniques to use to get out and get some business. The best technique is go out and do it. And we're going to talk about that and talk about ways to make it happen. But as Zig always says, always ask for the order, and your business will boom. So I want to thank you. Thanks for watching the video. I apologize once again. It's short. Unfortunately, it did not render with the GoToMeeting meeting on Wednesday night. I look forward to seeing everybody next Wednesday. God bless, and everyone have a good day.